I'm James. I'm one of the partners of Untether and the co-owner of Olive View Farm.
I'm Brandon Muller and I'm a co-founder of untether.
Welcome to part 2 of our documentary. In this part, we'll be showing you some carpentry work, plumbing, steel work, as well as final fittings and fixtures, and the interiors being installed. The reason is that we were very keen to do a project that was about an hour and a half or less outside of Cape Town. So it narrowed down our options in terms of what areas we can look for land in. We also really didn't want property that had any other buildings on or that had already been developed or interfered too much with, because we really wanted something where wildlife can still exist. So we looked around, we must have gone and visited tens of properties, and we eventually came across this piece of land, and it's really perfect for what we're wanting to do. It's 24 hectares in size. It's got space for 3 or more cabins, which are all very well spaced out and private. It's got views for days. There's, no matter where you are on the farm, you've got an incredible view, and there's a lot of attractions in the area. There's great restaurants nearby, there's wine farms, there's running routes, there's mountain biking opportunities. It's a really great place to come and have a break. So the purpose of Untether is to provide people with an opportunity to get out of the city, break away into spaces that are super well equipped, remote, in idyllic settings where they're able to get crazy amount of work done if that's what they need to do, or if they're wanting to escape into nature. So all of our properties will have access to nature, be it mountain biking or hiking or running, or beautiful locations with wine farms and the beach, and we're also hoping to have properties in the bush too, where people can go and view game if that's what they're keen for.
To sort of switch off, hit the reset button on yourself, whether that's running, cycling, just reading, chilling, relaxing, and disconnecting from the busyness of the world.
So doing something unique where we're not forcing people to schlep all of their own food up to our eco pods if they're not keen to. We've got pre-configured meal kits that people can opt in for and simply make and assemble while they're with us. The inspiration behind Untether and specifically the Olive View project was that we were so cooped up during COVID and sitting inside, working all day, staring at the same four walls every day. It just got so monotonous that we really wanted to do a project where we could give people spaces that they can come away to and have access to nature and access to activities, but also be able to get a lot of work done if that's what they need to do. So we're wanting to cater for people that are coming away for a weekend or digital nomads that are wanting to stay for weeks on end.
To do something different. James and I do many different ventures together, mainly tech focused, and we wanted to change that up, and we both really enjoy South Africa and promoting what South Africa has to offer the world, and it's something that we wanted for ourselves, somewhere cool to be able to go that offers what Untether offers. So that was the inspiration behind it. It's been challenging, not being able to get stuck in, seeing what's happening on the ground. Slightly different time zone has also thrown its challenges in the works, but as a team I think we've done quite well at managing that. It was a lot cleaner than the state we found it in, and yeah, lots of improvements and just a lot of busyness around the farm. I got there just before, within the last sort of two and a half weeks of the building process.
Ronnie Webster from Future Build Construction. I'm the contractor on site. Yeah, well, 3 months ago we had nothing here. So subsequently, fortunately, the weather was been kind to us. So we've been able to get going on the construction process again. So we re-erected the steel frames, got that up. And yeah, here we are today, very close to being finished. Structure's up, it's been cladded, doors are in, paint's done. Decks are being done now, we're sanding them down, we'll start sealing them tomorrow. Just a little bit of paintwork and patchwork to be done, and then the interiors are close. The kitchen guys have got a bit of tops and floating shelves still to install, but we're pretty much 95% done, so we're close. Well, I think one of the main issues that we've had was suppliers. I mean, Eskom hasn't been kind, so we've had a lot of issues with suppliers, aluminium, metal, well, almost everything. Even the guy supplying the gas geysers had a three-week delay because of a strike in the harbour, Cape Town harbour. And yeah, so that's been also dragging its feet. So it's difficult getting all the material here. We get sometimes we get everything, sometimes we don't. So that's also been a major challenge. It's always a privilege working on a site that's got views like this. It's got, just in nature. Some days you get so busy you don't even notice it, but every now and then there's an awesome sunset, which the last few weeks have been great. And us being on site late at night, early mornings, yeah, we get to see a bit more of it. Yeah, and I think one of the, what can I say, one of the standout things is that, it's been a pleasure working with the customer. Brandon and James have really tried to help where they can. They've tried to assist where they can, and that it's made it a bit easier and a bit less challenging. So yeah, so for that I'm thankful and grateful.
I'm Jackie Hunter. I have a business called Imaginous Interiors. I've been in hospitality for many years, and for the last 16 or so years I've been focusing on interior design, and I specialize in lodges and boutique hotels. Yes, in terms of this project, it was very much about a sense of place. When I spoke to James and Brandon from the outset, they explained the concept to me, and in terms of the untethered concept and what they wanted, and I saw pictures of the place and came to visit the place. So in terms of the style and what dictated the style, it was really the sense of place and the sense of lifestyle, the guest experience that we wanted. So in terms of that, I really did have creative freedom completely. I obviously presented a concept to them and they loved it. So it was amazing. It's been a very, very fun project. I've enjoyed it a lot. It was quite clear that we wanted to use a lot of natural product, and we wanted to utilize craftsmen, craftspeople from all over South Africa who make beautiful things. And fortunately, we've worked on other projects with a lot of the creators of the items. So they come from all over. You know, most of the wooden pieces are made by Homewoods in KwaZulu-Natal, who make very, very beautiful, all completely handcrafted. It was all bespoke. Some of the styles they do have, you know, that they are within a line that they use, but in terms of the finish and the detailing was all completely bespoke. But I think my favorite part of the process is because my background is in hospitality. It really is in conceptualizing the guest experience. So it's more about within a space or within an area, it's about how I want people to feel when they're in a space. It's about the experience completely. So that's really, apart from the sense of place, it's how they're going to interact with the space. So obviously it's very important to work with the architect and to look at the style, and obviously the client and what the client's vision is obviously very important. But my favorite part is conceptualizing the guest experience down to the last detail of how the linen will be, what plates they'll eat off, every single last detail. So it's very much a holistic experience. And in this case it was amazing because the clients, James and Brandon, was so clear about the experience, and they worked with very talented people in creating the experience and putting it together. So that was amazing, that in terms of conceptualizing the guest experience and what I had in mind, it just worked perfectly into, I hope it worked perfectly into what they had in mind. So that's really my favorite part. And then also my very, very favorite part is when it's done and it looks just like you wanted it to look.